I think we have gone naturally into the equity markets, and the issue you raise is the illiquidity of the equity markets in Africa. There are 25 or so. The only liquid being, you mentioned Johannesburg. I think we can ask the head of the Nigeria Stock Exchange, who is representing the Association of African Stock Exchanges, to respond to how they are trying to work together to enhance liquidity, to improve performance, to integrate, if possible, the market. So Oscar Onyema, please. Remember, we have an elevator speech time frame.
Okay, I'm not sure you can hear me. Can you hear me?
Yes,
okay.
You're fine. Thank you.
Yeah, the way we view the previous speaker's comments, you can look at the glass as half full or half empty. If you look at exchanges in Africa 5 years ago, 10 years ago, as compared to where they are today, there's been significant progress. Progress in trying to bring common standards across the region, progress in trying to have the listing standards benchmarked to global standards, progress in getting the exchanges to become members of the World Federation of Exchanges, which is a big deal for smaller countries because of the high standards. There's been a lot of deals that have been done as well. So progress in the sense that there's been a lot of IPOs. There's a lot that still needs to be done, don't get me wrong. And I do agree that the way to get more liquidity into African exchanges on the equity and on the fixed income side, because a lot of these exchanges are also offering fixed income listing and trading, is really by appropriate fiscal policies that support issuers, both corporates and other kinds of issuers, to list. For example, the way you structure your taxes, tax regimes, is very, very critical. From an ASEA perspective, the Association of Securities and Exchanges Association, the African Securities Exchanges Association, which I chair, we're looking to provide a platform that will be a strong advocate for using exchanges as a platform that is central to raising of capital, that is central for driving economic growth. And in order to do that, there's a lot of work that needs to be done with the leaders of the countries, so the presidents, the cabinet, and all, because I'm not sure that they truly understand the power of the capital markets in unleashing economic growth. And so that is very important. Another important thing we're doing is driving the linkage between major hubs in Africa, so Johannesburg, Nairobi, Lagos, Casablanca, in an effort that we're partnering with the African Development Bank. We think that it's important to have a way to, an easy and cheap way to get access to the biggest markets on the continent. It's difficult, like the previous speakers said, to view the continent as one entity, especially where you have 25 markets. And I'm not sure that you're going to see one market in our own lifetimes because of so many reasons, sovereignty and other reasons. So to wrap it up, I think that what we're trying to do is to create a marketplace that is compelling, have appropriate environment in place, the enablers that will make it attractive for large institutional investors from across the world to view markets in Africa with, in a favorable light, bearing in mind that liquidity begets liquidity. So if you have no liquidity and nobody wants to play, you will never have liquidity. You really need to start somewhere and then build it up.
Thank you very much, Mr. Onyema.
Doing business in Africa, you can't afford to be without Africa Investor.